Well, I was elected in 1978, which is a long time, so I've had a long running experience to observe this. But in 2005, when we passed the gift ban, and it said that we could accept absolutely nothing of value, although it might sound good, it's not practical. When we're back in our district, and we're in our district 10 months, we're only in Tallahassee 2 months, but when we're in our district, to be able to go to a luncheon with the American Heart Association, we would have to pay our own way. To go to Chambers of Commerce, we'd have to pay our own way. Anything that even hires a lobbyist or associated with a lobbyist, it would be considered a gift. It's very uncomfortable to basically have to go to meetings and pay for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner when it's in the course of your job. And as a result, what's happened is we've seen very, very low attendance at almost all these meetings. And then when we had our groups from home come to Tallahassee during session, they would pay their money to travel here, their room to stay here, their money to go back home, but then have a little meet and greet after hours for our local delegation. Now because we can't meet with them, they don't come. I think it's a disconnect with our constituents. I think it's bad for government. And even worse than that, when we have major, major bills that pass, I think it's a disservice when those chairmen of those committees cannot go to these state conventions and speak to those audiences about the bills that they championed for the betterment of Florida. But because of them attending that a convention that might have a hotel and a plane fare involved, that's considered a gift, so they can't go. I think that we've seen what the total gift ban does, and I would just like to see at least a small modification. I've recommended $25 with no declaration. Anything over $25 up to $100, the member would have to report that quarterly, and anything over $100, that the Speaker or the President would have to give prior approval, because I think it's important for certain members of the legislature to be able to attend these state and national conferences.